You sit down in front of your TV, click the Apple TV remote, and before the usual grid of apps even appears, the room starts to react. The ceiling lights fade to a warm glow. Your phone quietly switches to Do Not Disturb. A soft chime plays through the speakers, and the TV greets you by name. Good evening. Want to pick up where you left off, or try something new? In the top corner of the screen, a tiny status light flickers for a moment and then disappears, almost like an eye opening and closing. You haven't changed your TV. You haven't bought a new sound system. The only new thing in the room is a small black box under the screen. The rumored Apple TV 4K 2025, now being talked about as a mini supercomputer for your living room, with an A17 Pro chip, 8 GB of RAM, Wi-Fi 7, a new in-one home hub chip, an integrated camera, Apple Intelligence AI, and tvOS 2025 running the whole show. In this video, we're going to walk through what that actually means in real life, what the leaks are saying, how it connects to older rumors like Vision Pro integration and Apple's smart home plans, and at the very end, I'll give you a clear, no-nonsense verdict on who should really wait for this box and who can safely ignore the hype. So watch this video until the last minute, because that final verdict may not be what you expect. Before we dive into the new stuff, it's worth rewinding the rumor timeline for a second because Apple's living room strategy has looked confusing from the outside. For years, people have been asking for a cheap Apple TV stick to fight Roku and Fire TV, something under $100 that just streams, and that's it. At the same time, we've seen leaks about the opposite direction. A more expensive Apple TV that combines a speaker or soundbar, a built-in camera for FaceTime, and extra hardware to act as a serious smart home hub. Then Vision Pro appeared, and suddenly another piece of the puzzle dropped. Reports that the Apple TV would become the anchor for shared spatial experiences in the living room, letting headset users and TV viewers watch the same thing together with very low latency. Pricing rumors bounced around with all of this. One camp saying Apple was experimenting with a cheaper model. Another camp saying expect a premium box closer to $179 or $199 that leans into gaming, AI, and home automation. Separately, none of those leaks felt like a clear plan. But if you line them up against what we're hearing now about A17 Pro, 8 GB RAM, Wi-Fi 7, an in-one chip, a built-in camera and Apple Intelligence on tvOS 2025, it starts to look less like random noise and more like Apple quietly building the brain of the living room. So how powerful are we actually talking here? The A17 Pro is the same class of chip Apple is already using to run full console-style games on the iPhone. It's built on a cutting-edge 3-nanometer process, with a CPU and GPU designed for high performance and a neural engine tuned specifically for AI workloads. Paired with 8 GB of RAM, that turns the Apple TV from a simple streaming puck into something much closer to an iPad or a portable console that just happens to live under your TV. In day-to-day use, that means no hesitation when you switch between apps, instant loading of 4K HDR content, and enough memory to keep multiple apps and games awake in the background instead of constantly refreshing them. You might be streaming a movie, have a game paused in the background, keep a smart home dashboard on standby, and still have Apple's on-device AI listening for complex commands, all without the interface choking or dropping frames. The whole point of this extra horsepower isn't to impress you with numbers. It's to make the device disappear. Everything just reacts instantly, so you feel like you're talking to the TV, not waiting for it. Wi-Fi 7 is another piece that can sound like marketing until you think about how people actually use their networks now. Most homes already have multiple 4K streams going, plus online games, plus laptops, and phones constantly talking to the cloud. Wi-Fi 7 is built to handle several heavy data streams at once, while keeping latency extremely low. In plain language, that means your Apple TV 4K 2025 could be pulling in a 4K Dolby Vision movie, overlaying live sports stats, syncing playback with someone on a Vision Pro headset, and still leaving room for other people in the house to game or stream, all with fewer drops and stutters, assuming you've got a compact IBL router. For gaming, that low latency matters even more. Combine Wi-Fi 7 with a powerful chip and you get much snappier controller response, smoother AirPlay casting from your iPhone or iPad, and a more solid link with Vision Pro for any shared experiences Apple decides to roll out. Then there's the N1 chip, which is rumored to be a dedicated home hub processor. Think of it as a small, efficient brain alongside the big A17 Pro that stays awake in the background to manage your smart devices. Instead of every tiny automation waking up the main chip, N1 can quietly keep track of your Matter and Thread devices, your sensors, your locks, your lights, and execute routines, even when the Apple TV looks off. That lets Apple push the Apple TV deeper into HomePod territory as the central controller of your smart home. Imagine walking into the living room at sunset. Without you touching anything, the blinds start to lower, the lamps switch to a warmer tone. The TV eases into an ambient dashboard with the weather and your evening schedule, and a suggestion pops up, movie night. All of that could be triggered by N1 listening to motion sensors, time of day, and your habits, with tvOS just handling the visual part once the TV wakes up. It's the difference between a TV that can talk to your lights and a TV that actually choreographs the whole room. The built-in camera is probably the most controversial part of these leaks, because it immediately raises the question, do you really want a camera permanently sitting in front of your couch? Apple already tried a halfway solution with Continuity Camera, where your iPhone's camera becomes the Apple TV's eyes, but it's clunky to set up every time. If the 2025 model really ships with an integrated camera, either inside the box or in a slim bar that sits under your TV, a lot of things suddenly become one-tap easy. FaceTime on the big screen becomes normal. You can just say, "Call Dad," and a massive, high-quality video call appears on your TV, with center stage keeping you framed even if you pace around or sit back. For Apple Fitness Plus, the camera can track your movements with on-device machine learning. Not to judge you, but to give small corrections like straighten your back or great form on that last set in the corner of the screen. It also unlocks presence detection. The Apple TV could recognize who's sitting in front of it, switch profiles automatically, and adjust both recommendations and parental controls without anyone manually choosing a user. You'd absolutely expect Apple to lean hard on privacy here. Think physical indicators, heavy encryption, and as much on-device processing as possible. But if they get that right, the sheer convenience of the TV just knows who's here will be hard to give up once you get used to it. Now layer Apple Intelligence on top of all of this. On the Apple TV, AI isn't about generating crazy images or doing homework. It's about understanding what you're watching, what you like, and what you're trying to do, and then quietly helping you. You could be halfway through a complex series and say, "Remind me who this character is," and instead of giving you a random web search, tvOS 2025 could show you a tiny, clean card on screen summarizing that character pulled from the show itself. You might ask, find me something under 40 minutes that's light and has good reviews, and instead of just opening search results in one app, Apple Intelligence could scan across your installed services and show you a handful of focused options based on your own history, the time of night, and maybe even who it sees on the couch. Miss a line of dialogue? Rather than just skipping back 10 seconds, you could say, "What did they say?" and get a quick recap with captions. Over time, this kind of AI feels less like a robot and more like a friend who knows your taste in movies and doesn't get tired of giving suggestions. And because so much of it is running on the A17 Pro's neural engine, it can do that without constantly sending your viewing data to the cloud. Of course, gaming is where many people's eyes light up when they hear a 17 Pro and 8 gigabytes of RAM. We've already seen big-name titles appear on iPhone with this chip, and there is no technical reason a properly cooled Apple TV couldn't handle similar experiences at 4K on a TV. Connect a controller over Bluetooth, launch Apple Arcade, or whatever new titles Apple commissions, and your living room suddenly has a genuinely serious gaming machine that also happens to be your streaming box. This isn't about replacing a PlayStation or Xbox for hardcore gamers, but for a huge number of people who play casually or don't want a dedicated console, an Apple TV 4K 2025 with strong games could be more than enough. Add in Vision Pro, and the story gets weirder and more interesting. You could have one person playing or watching inside a giant virtual theater in the headset, while others see a synced version on the TV, with the Apple TV acting as the anchor point that keeps everything aligned and in sync over Wi-Fi 7. That kind of flexibility relies heavily on low latency and solid hardware, which is exactly what these leaks are pointing to. tvOS 2025 ties the whole experience together by changing what the home screen is for. Instead of being a static wall of app icons, it becomes more like a living homepage for your entertainment in your house. When the TV is idle, it might drift into a subtle ambient mode. Slow-moving photos from your shared library, a clean display of the time and weather, a tiny strip showing who's at the door with your front camera, and maybe one or two hand-picked show or movie suggestions that fit the time of day. Profiles are no longer an afterthought. They're deeply integrated. If the camera and AI recognize your kids, the home screen automatically flips into a child-friendly layout with age-appropriate content. If it sees just you late at night, it might push a darker theme and recommend the kind of series you like to binge alone. Pull up a control overlay and you can dim lights, lock doors, or switch on the fan without leaving what you're watching, all powered by that in one chip, quietly managing your devices in the background. Now let's talk about the question everyone cares about. Is it worth waiting for? And how much could this cost? No one outside Apple knows the final pricing yet, but rumors in Apple's pattern give us some clues. With an A17 Pro, 8 GB of RAM, Wi-Fi 7, a dedicated home hub chip, and a camera, this is not going to compete with the cheapest streaming sticks. Apple will almost certainly position it as a premium box you buy once and keep for years, not something you replace every Black Friday. A price in the $149 to $199 range feels believable, possibly with different storage tiers or bundles that include Apple services. The key you need to remember is that you're not just paying for faster menus. You'll be paying for an on-device AI assistant in your living room, a FaceTime and Fitness Plus machine, a smart home controller, a casual gaming console, and a streaming box in one. For some people, that's exactly what they want. For others, it's way more than they need. To make this more concrete, picture a full day with something like the Apple TV 4K 2025 in your house. Morning, you walk into the living room with coffee, turn on the TV, and see a calm dashboard with the day's forecast, the next few events on your calendar, and a suggestion for a short stretch routine, because it's noticed you've been sitting a lot lately based on your fitness data. You accept, do a quick workout, and get light, private form feedback thanks to the built-in camera and on-device AI. Afternoon. The kids come home, shout cartoons at the TV, and Apple Intelligence switches to their profile, showing a row of shows from different apps that are all age-appropriate, without them touching the remote. Evening. Friends come over for a movie night. One friend can't make it, so they join on the TV through FaceTime. Everyone votes on trailers together, and once the movie starts, the Apple TV dims the lights and silences your phone automatically. Later that night, you end your day with a simple voice command, "Good night," and the TV powers down while your lights fade out and your doors lock. You don't have to think about scenes, automations, or settings panels. It just feels like the room responds to you. So here's the straight answer you stayed for. If all you want is a cheap way to watch Netflix, YouTube, and maybe a bit of Prime Video on a not-so-smart TV, you probably do not need to wait for this. The current Apple TV 4K or even a low-cost streaming dongle will cover that just fine, and you won't really benefit from a 17 Pro, 8 GB RAM, Wi-Fi 7, or any of the smarter features. But if you're deep into the Apple world already, you use an iPhone, maybe a Mac, you care about privacy, you like the idea of your devices talking to each other, and you're curious about Vision Pro or a smarter home, then the Apple TV 4K 2025 is the box that could quietly connect everything. It's not the kind of product you brag about, but it's the kind that changes how your house feels every single day. The only real downside is that the more powerful and integrated it becomes, the more you commit to living inside Apple's ecosystem. If you're okay with that, this might be the most important Apple product you buy in 2025. Let me know in the comments what you think. Are you excited about the built-in camera and Apple Intelligence on the big screen? Or does that feel like too much? And if you want a full breakdown and buying guide the moment Apple officially reveals this Apple TV, make sure you subscribe to this channel and keep notifications on so you don't miss it.